think it would have made a difference this game. We need help in the center position also, though. No, I just don't think we do. Because here's the thing. Thomas Bryant's been great these last 2 games without AD. We haven't had Winning Gabriel. We haven't had Anthony Davis. And they're both out and will be back shortly. As soon as they're back, you got your center rotation. Like, where's the minutes for a center?
Well, on nights like this, you know what I mean? You got to take some of the
Yeah, but
load off of AD
how many nights a season is this gonna happen? I mean, if you have like another 5 of these nights, then you're screwed regardless.
Like, well, yeah, but like, God forbid he gets injured again, or like if even like okay, if we just
done regardless.
Well, okay, true. If he gets injured, I agree. Our season is finished. But I mean, like, even on nights that you just want to rest him, because him putting up 55 every night is just, I hate to say it, I just don't know if that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not, but we don't need him to. Like, we need guys to keep playing the way that they would play. Like, and get a minor trade or two. I just don't see center. Like, I don't look at all these games and go, man, we really could use a center. I look at all these games that we struggled. Every game we've struggled, it's been against big wing type players. It hasn't been like we're not getting killed by centers. We're getting killed by like
it's the shooting that we're getting killed by, and that's what I'm not saying. It's not even the top priority, but just to say it's not a need.
It's even guys just being able to get into the paint to begin with, and not having big enough guys to kind of like shift the offense towards our like funnel our offense the offensive player into our bigs. And like we need wings, we need shooting is the primary thing we need. Like, like if for whatever reason you can get a center as like an add-on, sure. But like to go out and just go get a center, like that's just the last thing we like. Every game that we've struggled have all been the same thing, and it hasn't been center. It's all been we're getting killed on the perimeter, and we don't have any size out on the perimeter to help in that situation. And I just, unless we address that, it's going to be an issue.
So you're saying you're not wasting cap space. Oh, let's say there's a good rebounding center, like just like rebounding, like maybe 10 points, 10 and 10, something like that. You wouldn't waste cap space on it.
No, because I mean, like I said, Thomas Bryant has proved he can be everything you need in that time that AD's sitting. Because you don't need a center to come in and play 30, 40 minutes a game. You need a center to come in and play like 15 to maybe 20 minutes a game. And Thomas Bryant fits that perfectly. You have Winning Gabriel, who can play the 4. He can play small ball 5 if you need him to. And like if I said, if you get an add-on, then fine. Yeah. But like I said, how many games is Anthony Davis not going to play? If he's not going to play 20 games, then you're probably screwed regardless. So why go get a center? You know what I mean? Like you still have those problems. Like you can't plan for AD being out. You just can't. Like if every team planned for their best player being out, then like no team would ever try to get superstars. You know what I mean? Because you can't equate for that. You have to go under the assumption that they're going to play. And Davis has missed 3 games this year, something like that.
Yeah.
And if he can keep that, then we're good. Trade AD had 0 points, 0 rebounds tonight. Shake your head. Sad thing, Mike, is there are probably lots of people that I know you're joking, but there's probably lots of people that actually are probably looking at that right now. Like, where was AD? Why didn't AD show up?
Right.
No, on the Bulls trade, better trades without sacrificing too many assets. Yeah, I think it just comes down to what is actually out there. Because that's the problem too. We don't know what is really out there. We're just going off of reports, things like that, and hopefully there is something out there that we can get.
I'll tell you what, it's like 8 days until the 15th.
Yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. Yeah. We're a little over a week. Definitely not time to give up, but by now this team is not a contender. Centric AD basketball does not fill the void. Only trading too well. We got to do a trade. Look, I still think we're a couple right moves away from being a legit contender, but we gotta really make some moves. But now we need to make some moves and get more scoring. All we have is AD Brown, and that isn't enough consistent. Yeah, we definitely do. Warriors could be tanking, honestly, and let Draymond go at the end of the season. I don't think they're tanking, but well, it's not up to the Warriors. It's up to Draymond. Draymond has player option. Laker fans don't understand chemistry, and some fans not AD for missing a game. Yeah, chemistry is an important factor. I'm keen on Bulls trade. Then swap Bev Smith for Turner and Hill. Yeah, well, I made a video today kind of breaking down how we can get both to happen. Realistically, I don't think that will happen, but if there's any possibility of that happening, then Lakers need to make that a reality. Lakers lose, people overreact. Lakers win, people overreact. Yeah, that's why I always say can't get too high on the highs, can't get too low on the lows. You got to put things in perspective. We were missing 3 of our starters and winning Gabriel. Like the result tonight was what should have happened. This could benefit the Lakers if LeBron play, might get a chance to win because OKC is about to lose Memphis right now. They need to sign Boogie Cousins now. That when Gabriel's and AD is out. Yeah, but they'll probably be back for the next game. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Russ and AD kind of remind me of Stockton and Malone. In the way people say Malone was an elite scorer, was elite because he had an elite point guard to feed him the ball, and that there were people that say Stockton was only elite because he had an elite big next to him. They were both great and make each other great. Same with Russ and AD. Exactly. Like that's a great comparison, right? Like their chemistry and what they do and how they feed off of each other it's too valuable right now. Like Russell Westbrook makes everything easy for Anthony Davis, and vice versa. Anthony Davis makes everything easy for Russell Westbrook. I've said it before. Like if any other point guard in the league was doing the same, like if Chris Paul has 0 points and 12 assists, everyone's talking about how he's the point guard and how he's the best point guard in the league and he's the man and he's this and he's that. But like Russ, if he has 12 points, if he has 12 assists and 6 points, everyone's like, Russ sucks. Russ is terrible. Need to get rid of Russ. And it's like, what? Where's the consistency? That's my only thing. No lie, though, Ham's rotations are starting to be real sus. This dude loves running 4 guys, no matter how bad it's going. Yeah, but, I mean, can't really knock him tonight. It's just we just didn't have size tonight. And it's kind of hard when, even all your sizable guys are all 6'4", 6 to 6'6".
Yeah.
You don't have any like 6'8", 6'9" guys, which is a thing too. Don't like the Bulls deal. You get older and wouldn't get through the same issues with DeRozan and Brown on the floor together. You're killing chemistry all over again. I mean, the good thing about DeRozan, if you were to do that trade, is DeRozan's mid-range would open up so many more offensive options. So many more. And it's just would they be able to work? And that also gives another ball handler that could take some of the pressure off LeBron.
Yeah.
It can work. The concern is chemistry. I agree. Like you got to kind of like start from scratch and hope everyone can kind of hurry up and get caught up to speed. But if they can, I mean, you could have a deadly team.
Well, what's up with DeRozan and Braun? Do they have like bad chemistry, or what's up with that?
They just never play together. I'm talking, and DeRozan's going from being the number 1 guy to the number 3 guy. But it just
arguably at this point, unrealistic, but you can have AD be the 1 guy, Rosen be the 2, and Braun be the 3.
Yeah,
just because
LeBron can get his points. He's going to get his.
That's what I'm saying. They're interchangeable. I just feel like AD's always going to be the 1 right now on this team. But
yeah, it just depends on how quickly can they get caught up to speed. Nets barely won tonight, and they was up 20. Yeah.
Who did they play?
I think they played the Hornets tonight, right?
Let's see.
But I'm so glad I missed this game. Disappointing. Braun should have taken this game off with AD and winning out. Shake my head. Yeah, they basically just threw in the towel in this game and just said, we'll fight back. Problem is, like, it would have been fine if we didn't start the season off so poorly. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. We started the season off terribly. So it just kind of just made things really difficult. He doesn't even when our bigs are healthy yet. What's going on, Butt Kicker? Salute.
What's up?
Appreciate you. I would like to see a little more JTA for defense. If we can bring Pat Bev out there, then JTA is bigger to at least put up a fight of weights. Yeah, I don't know why JTA. Well, he sprained his ankle tonight, but I don't know why JTA isn't getting more love. I don't know. Maybe he's that bad in practices and stuff. I don't know. So ironic how Pat Bev has been absolutely horrible offensively while also being undersized in the defense. And we traded 2 guys for him that would have been perfect for what we needed defensively. Like, man, that's up. I mean, like I said, in hindsight, like the trade looks bad. I didn't mind the trade because one, it freed up cap roster space, freed up like an extra $12 million in cap space. Pat Bev was more win now and helped. Last year, Pat Bev was great. I don't think anybody guessed he would have. Like, even if you thought he was gonna, have a regression year this year, how many people thought it would be this bad? I mean, he went from like a really good, solid role player to like just unplayable.
Really.
That's the difference. That's what's hard, bro. We talking about AD. Lord knows we don't need to run him into the ground. We need a backup center. Jones is trash. I mean, you got Thomas Bryant though, and Thomas Bryant's shown like he can be good.
Really
Thomas
quick,
Bryant
how do you?
Centers. Yeah, but
Oh no, I was actually just about to ask about that. How do you feel about now that we've had a little sample size of Bryant and Schroeder? How do you feel about it?
I think they're great. I think they're fine. Like,
you think they came in and did what we needed them to?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Thomas Bryant's shown that you can give him playtime and he's going to be solid for you. I think Dennis Schroeder's proven he could be another just solid player, period, and get you, like I said, get you 12 to 15 a night. We don't need him to give us 20 a night, but can he get us, 12 to 15 a night? Like that would be great. I think they're 2 guys that deserve to be in the rotation are really good. I think Thomas Bryant, because again, like you don't need like Anthony Davis is going to play like no matter what position he plays. Like even if you do move him to the 4, Anthony Davis is still going to play the same amount of time. Like he's still going to play for like 38 minutes a game or whatever, 35 minutes a game. So it's not like you go get a center and it's like, oh well, now Anthony Davis is going to play 20 minutes a game. Like it's not going to happen. No, Darvin Ham isn't going to do that unless like you're just blowing teams out. So you don't need that's my point. Like you don't need a center to come in and play, 30 minutes a game. You need a center that can come in, give you, 8 points and 8 rebounds a game, which Thomas Bryant has shown he can, in like 15 minutes of play, and you're good. And then you have LeBron, you have Wynn and Gabriel, you have and then there's your rotation. Like I don't look at this team and go, God, you know what this team really needs? This team really needs a center. Well, that's like the last thing I think this team needs.
Would you agree with me that Schroeder pretty much canceled out Buddy Hield, but as of right now, Thomas Bryant hasn't really canceled out Miles Turner just because of what he's been doing this year?
No, because I think both of those guys give you 2 opposite. Like I still think. Like I would rather.
I mean, they're 2 different players, but the production that we would have got from them.
I would rather trade. I'd rather trade for Buddy Hield right now than Miles Turner.
Really?
Yeah. We need shooting more than we need size. I mean, not like size on the perimeter, but size that low. Again, Anthony Davis is averaging 37 points a game. I'm not saying he's going to average that the whole season, but the dude's averaging 37 points a game as center. Why would you want to move him? And all of his points are coming at the rim. He has his fewest 3-point attempts per game.
It's because we don't know how fragile that back is. And that's my only thing. Like, if he was completely healthy, I would say, let's forget about a center. But, like, we don't know. Like, all right, let's say we do make the play-in, we get in the playoffs, and, like, his back starts to wear a little bit. We have no I know we got Thomas Bryant, but Thomas Bryant
can't make trades on that assumption. So should the Milwaukee Bucks trade everybody because Giannis might get hurt again, or Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton keeps getting hurt. Maybe you should trade Chris Middleton because he can't stay. Like it's just you can't you can't.
It's just a contingency plan. That's all, just in case.
I understand that, but if the team was good enough, sure. You know what I mean? Like if we were
Yeah.
great, like let's say the Lakers had, you know, Order Porter Jr. and Jeremy Grant, right?
Yeah.
With LeBron and Davis, and you could go trade Russ right now for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Do that this time last week. Absolutely. Because now you're stacked at every position. Problem is we don't have that. We don't have the perimeter, which is what we need. We don't need interior. We're one of the best interior defensive teams in the league. We're one of the best. We're better now rebounding wise. We're one of the best shot blocking teams in the league. We're great. The interior isn't the problem. It's the perimeter. We cannot stop guys from shooting the basketball, and even from a perimeter defensive standpoint, we're not big enough to stop guys from getting into the paint. So Anthony Davis has to work twice as hard. You know how you get Anthony Davis to not have to work so hard? You go get perimeter guys that can take some of the pressure off Anthony Davis, so now he doesn't have to help so much. Like every concern that people have all get solved by going and getting perimeter players, not a center. Like the center is the last thing we need. And everyone wants Miles Turner because he can spread the floor and shoot. Why would you want a 7-foot 3-point shooter? What's the point of going big and getting two big centers if one of them is going to be a wing player? You might as well go get a wing player. It doesn't, like, the logic just doesn't add up to me. Like, people are like, oh, but Miles Turner can spread the floor and he can block shots. He can do this and he can do that. And I'm like, I understand that, but so can a sizable perimeter guy. You know, like if you go get a sizable perimeter guy, they could do everything that Miles Turner could do. So, like, I would rather go and get, like, if we had the option, go and get Buddy Hield, because Buddy Hield at least solves some of the – he's not going to fix all of our shooting, but he'd fix a lot of it. Like, he would help in that regard. He also doesn't help with the perimeter defense. But
I was gonna say at that point, I don't – you know, he better come in and be like a great Clay or Steph from beyond the arc, because, like – because the defense is just not there. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. And it's not going to be there. But I mean, at least
you know who I would want. I don't even know where he's at, or if he's still playing the league. Oh, he locked Steph down for like a half of a game in the finals. What was his name?
Who?
He was just such a pest on defense.
Who did he play for? The Cavs?
Cavs. What was his name? He was like he was all over Steph until Steph was like, all right, none of this. What was his name? Let me see. You would know who I'm talking about.
On the Cavs. I was gonna say J.R. Smith was the first one popped in my
head. That year that the Cavs lost. Oh yeah, was it Dellavedova? Yeah, I think it was.
Like the white point guard, the short white point guard. Well, I mean, he's not that short, but you know.
Yeah.
Shorter white point guard.
Matthew Dellavedova. Yeah.